That's the prep work I do. If you don't do that, a job like this turns out like a nightmare and you look stupid in front of your wife. We're only gonna show you always the final attempt, so you don't hear stuff breaking, you only hear stuff clicking. It is such a DIY car. I'm repairing this with gloves on, and I don't have my tweezers out. Are you now mad again?
I'm done with you.
No. Oh, that's from your car?
No.
I was looking for that.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I put it in your box. Look what I did. I got myself a PC in our workshop.
Yeah, so you can lecture.
I put some wrenches up there and they are out of reach for Vera. So I can be sure that they will be always there. In this episode, we want to fix a rear door lock on a Discovery 3. And there are only like 44 videos on YouTube where you can see how to get that fixed.
So you don't need another one from us.
But ours, of course, will be the funniest one of all of those and the most entertaining one. At least that's our goal.
What do you need? No, you can't do that now.
That's okay.
Oh.
On a simple, everyday Land Rover repair, which is not supposed to turn out as a heart surgery, we get a lot of questions always. Where did you get this literature from? How do you know that? Where can I download this? And so on. On every repair, I also need to prep myself, even if it is a simple one like this. And I want to show you guys quickly how I get prepared. Basically, first of all, you got to find out what the problem is. And the problem is that when Vera uses her key to lock the car, the rear door doesn't lock. And then somebody is going there, typically in the middle of the night.
Mostly me.
Wanting to get something out of the car. And then they rip the rear door open. Yes, the alarm goes off. And because they don't have a key, they run around panicking in the house, looking for the key, which they can't find. And then the car just keeps on buzzing and sounding, and our neighbors love that. That's first of all the motivation we have to fix that. And that started like 2 years ago. Vera added this on a list, so I don't forget. There it says, fix driver side rear door lock. And because that is such an annoying job and, you know, it's not really good to make a video out of it because there are already 44 videos, I gotta think about it for a while. That while is now over. It took me 2 years, and now we're gonna fix it. Because I think it's the rear door lock, I just simply buy me a new one. And I do not have the intention to install this, but I have it just in case I can't fix her OEM rear door lock. And when I'm done, I send it back. And I did not invent this shipping and return it. Somebody else invented this, like Amazon and so on. If I have a feeling I may need it again, I keep it. Step number one, you gotta find out what the problem is. The door doesn't lock, the alarm goes off, Vera is running around panicking, and the neighbors wake up. The second item was, get your spare part ahead of time. I go onto a store in the UK, then I find out, okay, I can't buy it there anymore because of Brexit and shipping and taxes and shipping time, and it don't work anymore. But then I use that part number, go in a German store and just order it there. And then a couple of weeks pass by because I still do not want to do it. And then I gotta do the research about the job. I go onto YouTube, I type in here something like this. Discovery 3 rear door lock replacement. And guess which one I open? Because mine isn't there yet. I haven't made ours. Otherwise, of course, you open ours. I use the one from Powerful UK and watch Simon do it. Yes, the videos are a little bit dragged into the lengths because he makes one takes. But if you take the time to watch his video, you also see what he's doing wrong and how he corrects himself, which is very, very advantage. When I was done watching that after 18 minutes, I felt like, oh, that is easy. But he did not show how to fix the door lock itself, just how to replace it with a new one. And my intention is to fix it. There's this video here from Abel, okay? And that video actually explains a typical failure mode of the door lock, and I watched this one. And I expect everybody who has a Discovery 3 or 4 and wants to fix things other than taking it to Land Rover, that door lock fix at Land Rover would be about 600 euros. Elisante, that's a video from 6 years ago. He explains really well the typical failure mode and how he fixed it. I liked that very much, and I suggested this video in the past to many people who asked me. So in the next step, I actually check out the Land Rover Discovery 3 or 4 workshop manual. And that's then the other most asked question. Where do you get that from? I even spell it out for you guys so you know how to write it, okay? And then in Google, I search now with the words disco3.co.uk workshop manual. Now, these links, they change permanently because it is illegal to post such a workshop manual somewhere on the internet. That's why you gotta look for new links every time, and that's why we can't post it. You say disco3.uk and then you say wiki. And that's their wiki site. If you hop around there, you find the workshop manual and hopefully the links are working for you. Now I, of course, have that manual on my computer. 50114 handles, locks, latches and rear entry system, okay? There is now the rear door latch, and here it tells me, well, before you can remove the rear door latch, I got to remove the rear door window regulator. So I go to the rear door window regulator in section 50111. I read that quickly. And there it tells me I got to learn how to remove the door handle. And so I'm going back and I memorize this, and if they complicate it, I print them out. That's the prep work I do. If you don't do that, a job like this turns out like a nightmare and you look stupid in front of your wife. You want to look all smart and educated. And then she's going to go all the time, oh, wow, how does he know that? And at one point she's going to offer you to bring coffee and everything.
Yes, and you guys have to download this LR3 workshop manual yourself.
Every one of you should have a location on his or her computer where you store all the files you find in the internet. I keep everything what I'm getting and finding during my repairs. So I got a structure here for the Discovery 3, the Discovery 4, gap diagnostics, 2-post lift, for Fabian's Discovery, for Rainer's, for Joachim's. I got one for the Mercedes, for the Challenger, for the Freelander, any vehicle I had, for Robin's Aprilia. It's all about looking smart in front of your wife. Of course, I don't tell her that I have all this. I make it look like I'm the smartest guy on the planet. Now, when I'm doing a video and you think, oh, how Christian knows how to do that. No, he don't. I screw up everything 3 or 4 times, but I just cut that video and only show you how I, on the 5th or 6th attempt, managed to do it. And you only hear the surprising oh my gods from Vera when it finally worked after 3 times not working. Typically, when I want to show you now what's wrong, it's actually working.
No, yeah.
The car is open right now, see? You have that happening in the middle of the night.
But that only happens once, 1.5 years ago.
I would say it happens once in a month, over 1.5 years. That's the correct. We had to wait until it finally broke completely to show you guys that it's broken, so we can make a video. It's such a reliable. My video will be properly cut, so it looks all simple.
Yeah.
But we're only going to show you always the final attempt, so you don't hear stuff breaking. You only hear stuff clicking. And I try to show you everything step by step like I learned it in Simon's video.
So let's thread that cable through. So push the grommet.
The handle has 2 latch points. There is a little hole I can poke in. Yeah, that was easy. Because I looked at it first. See, there's the tab. Everybody noticed I didn't break it off. And we don't talk about this one and this one. Because I certainly did not break that. Even so, it might be still sitting in here. What I do then, if I break something like this and it doesn't want to hold down, I use hot glue and glue it in later on. That's the easiest, and it's also easiest to remove again. I gotta find 6 screws on the Discovery 3. The first one on the 3 is hidden here, behind this little latch. I got now 6 screws out. And this is clipped in with about 12 clips, especially on the first one.
Yeah.
I'm going to find a corner which is kind of loose, and I start on that corner. And then I work my way up. Okay, so it pops each clip individually. Oh, and it's 7 screws. So, here. There we go. That was quite a pop, right?
Yes.
There, look, are now a whole bunch of cables and clips, which I gotta release. First one is here, this release handle, see? There's a little latch here. Take here the electrical off. And before I do that now, I almost screwed up. I gotta bring the window down to about here. 1/3 down.
Okay.
There's one more plug down here. There it is. There's one more down here.
Yeah.
And you know what Land Rover calls this little light bulb?
Ambient light.
No, the puddle light.
What? So you see that
Puddle light.
there's
So
a
you
puddle?
see that you don't step in a puddle. In the next step, I gotta take the speaker out.
Why?
Because I need the access through the speaker.
Oh, that looks like a 5-hour job.
Okay, this is glued in here a little bit.
Of course. Ah, okay.
There it is, see? Then I take the speaker off. Again, there's a little latch. Land Rover connectors are really, really high quality. Everything you see here is high quality and expensive. There's absolutely no reason to say that these vehicles are made cheaply.
Yeah.
If you want to know how a vehicle is made cheaply, cheap does not mean unreliable. Cheap means built with half of the parts. With this now open, I have actually access to unlatch that window. You gotta push this hook here over this way, and then you can push the window up. When I push the window up, that's when Vera fastens it up there now, so it doesn't run down like in France.
Like in France?
Yeah. In France, things went down and cut stuff off.
Funny.
It doesn't fall down because it's a really neat design. Now look at this connector. I mean, whoever says that Land Rover is designed cheaply, and in order to get it out, I gotta maneuver it in a particular position in here.
Oh
And
my
I'm not
God.
but you can see that it is not that hard to do.
So that was a one take.
There is nothing cheap. Try to get a window lift actuator like this out of a car. How that seal is here applied
Yeah.
against noise. This is such a well-made car.
And it's such a pleasure to work on this.
We gotta work and get this latch out here. I gotta push this cable now inside because this is keeping it later on.
So push the grommet.
Okay, thank you, Simon. The next step is to actually take the handle off. This piece is the first one, and it comes out like this. And there are actually 2 latches on the inside, which I gotta actuate with a screwdriver. The way Simon did this, and I think that's the smartest way, is to now actually make that latch loose so it falls down, and then he uses this hole for access. I think that is a genius idea, and it's way better than it is explained in the workshop manual. So I'm gonna reach in, and I try to catch it. See, and there's the cable here. It's really easy. Such a beautiful car.
But what a beautiful car.
Gonna push this grommet temporarily in here. Okay, this ain't no Toyota repair. Now we'll pull this piece down a little bit. That's when you gotta reach in here. Yeah. Simon, what the hell? It's much trickier than you explained.
And you got to compress the hook. So, and then pull the handle. You pull the top first and then do the bottom one and then lever that out.
I found out why I can't see the latches. They're broken off apparently, and I think this is just glued on. And it's stuck in the glue.
Did we do that?
I would say yes.
That was before I
Yeah.
was interested.
Yeah, see? I used hot glue to glue it on. That's why I couldn't see the latches, what Simon was talking about. So typically this piece would be in here like this. You go through this hole, you unlatch it, pull the handle a bit, go like this and take it out.
Yeah.
On ours, too late for that. So that's a T20.
Never used that one before.
I pull the handle this way, there, and can unlatch it. You gotta pull this rubber off here without breaking any of these prongs, especially it's cold here today, okay, colder than it gets in Australia. Now the next thing we gotta do is take that door handle off to the inside, and there is this little plastic piece here, and that just pulls straight out. Ah, there is a screw from the inside. Okay, apparently this is a T25. Take that screw out. Here. There it is. This is the piece which was secured from the inside. You see it's half round, so no way to put it in wrong.
Hope so.
I push this in. There.
I hope you saw that.
Come around here.
I want to see the part.
And now I
that's
gotta take
broken.
both parts and take them out at the same time.
What? There are 2 parts?
There.
Oh my god. We don't have that part.
That's not broken. Seriously, no debacle now. And I can prove that there is no debacle because, see, there is still daylight. In some videos, when you look at my haircut, they're like 2 inches longer.
Oh, turn off the light. So we do have a problem. We can't find something broken.
It still works here, but ours is stuck. So the only problem this device has, because it's nothing obviously broken on it,
It needs some grease.
it needs some cleaning and some grease. Yeah.
Oh,
there you
don't
go.
break anything, otherwise you're gonna have to machine something now.
No, there's one out. There's the second one out. Now, I gotta pivot it over to the side and lift it out. There's a little nose here on the bottom. I'm also gonna take the second cable off. And it's really tricky. There's one. There's the second one. It's like a little elongated key. And I wanna avoid that this thing is falling now into a million pieces. So I want to remember how the spring sits here, because it's going to fall out. But I got a second one over there where I can copy how the spring is sitting. Take 2 more bolts out. Yeah, this is a little cover. And this one here comes out also easily. Yeah, there we go.
So
There we
in
go.
my world, that
So
is now already 1,000 pieces.
No.
Oh
Yeah?
yeah, look at that. Grease looks like when you open the electronic parking system
Yeah.
for the first time.
Needs to slide easy.
Yeah.
Well, it does slide okay.
Whoa.
We need some NASA lubrication.
No, we're going to use some real grease, not
This-
some spray grease.
This is spray grease.
I don't like that.
And it has a Swiss knife on it, a chain and a nut. So, and it has balls inside. Spray grease, which has a solvent inside to stay fluid. That solvent is gonna go away and then it remains as regular grease.
Like PTFE.
And I'm gonna use brake cleaner now first.
Oh my god. Oh, not on our 400 euro generator.
I'm gonna do that first with brake cleaner. It already feels a lot cleaner. Okay.
Don't take it apart and let it fall in a million pieces. I'm not okay with it. I would drench it in real grease.
This is, how would you get real grease in?
Yes,
And
but
the solvent
this,
evaporates and then the has a Swiss Army knife on it. How
Christian,
can that
if I
not
use
be
W.
Why are we arguing this?
Oh,
Okay.
okay, then apply at least a couple of
That's
more
why it
coats.
has a chain on. No, 10 minutes argument because she was still
Now
going
we-
after my grease. But at the end, she did understand that it is grease.
Whoa. That was my tea can. We have a brand new tube of Patex.
While we're in here, we fixed that seal for
Oh, okay.
no money. Now we're gonna open this side up. So there are 3 little bolts.
How much would that part be OEM?
230 euros. It accumulates dust right here.
Dust?
I don't really need to investigate this mechanism and explain how it works. That's useless. As long as you don't see any major wear in here, clean it out and put it back together. See, it still clicks. Typically, if they click, they are okay.
Yeah.
And you don't want to blow any parts away when you do something like this.
That is the kind of grease I'm talking
I
about.
put this back in here. Really good.
Yeah.
Don't ask now what grease that is. It's sitting right here, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I showed you the web address from Google, okay?
Yeah.
So now this piece goes back in here. This is looking good again, yeah?
Yeah.
You can see it's doing this action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, after just one blow.
Oh, yes. It's all nice.
At least there was an agreement shown. Sliding surfaces, all greased up, yeah. By the way, you can replace these motors instead of buying a new one. And we found them in China for 80 cents a piece. See here? Same motor.
That's why we had it open before.
993-647-062-362316. The Chinese have everything. And of course, it's not easy to push on the swarm gear here. But if I manage to do it, anybody should be able to do that. Put this back together. Okay, are you making a one take?
Yes, because you talk so much. I don't know when to cut it.
I got the 4 screws back in here. Yeah. The next step was to put this nicely looped piece back on. Here got my Putex. I can.
Oh my God.
And now when I put it together, I got to make sure that this piece goes back over this. I think that's the critical part. Ah, I see. This little piece got to go behind this plastic. There it goes. There's the spring. No, this is the unlatch. See, now it's going nowhere. Now I unlatch it. Now it's releasing. And that's how you make a 10-minute video out of a 4-hour take.
It looks like one of our bolts.
Yeah,
It might have been a rivet before, but Christian...
changed it to a bolt. This snaps in here like this. This goes on here. Are you now mad again?
I'm done with you.
This is how I have to get it back in, okay? Slide it in like that. I think it's in.
Yeah, it's in.
It's in.
Yeah, I have cold fingers too, you know?
So we suffer together.
Yes, exactly.
Like this. Oh yeah, this looks much nicer clean, I gotta say. There. This piece gotta go back in.
You should start the hot glue gun.
You know why she is sinking along? Because it's so damn cold that she wants it to go quickly. This goes back in here and here. And now I gotta slide it forward. Okay, so this goes back on here. So this is gonna go back in. Such an easy DIY car.
Super DIY.
And we truly believe that.
I gotta put this plug back on. That was a satisfying click. Now this cable gotta come back out here. See how nicely this grommet sits here? It's gonna last forever, you know? You can fix that 100 more times. Check that this is working. I'm gonna show an arrow right here in the video what the action of movement is. Look, it is such a DIY car. I'm repairing this with gloves on, and I don't have my tweezers out. Connector goes on here. Time lapse. So now the door card goes back in.
What about the window?
Oh shit. But I was supposed to do that before.
Ah, you heard a click.
So that was lucky because it's such a precision design that it actually snapped in. Do we have these clips? We don't
Yes,
have
we do.
These. On a Toyota, this is called a door card. You know what card represents for me? Cheap. Here on a Land Rover, you can call this a door panel.
Oh, okay.
It got some quality and some weight to it.
The puddle light.
The puddle light goes back in to engage into that pin. There.
I mean, we're going to try it out before we put in also 6 screws. 7.
I got them all in.
You got to hit it twice.
Oh, yours is double lock?
Yeah, mine is double locking. Cool.
Good.
You hear radio
Speakers
sucks.
are working. Puddle light works.
I didn't know it has a puddle light.
The window lift switch in the back works.
Yeah. Perfect.
So I gotta put in 6 bolts.
7.
1.
Oh, I'm so cold. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I'm
Nobody's
hurrying
at
up.
home.
See how fast I'm moving? I got my fast moving gloves on. So you could see how easy that job is. It's such a DIY car.
Quality is so good that you can do it 1,000 times. Well, not 1,000 times, but 3 times.
We're gonna see if it... That's
hot
still
glue gun.
good enough. We don't
Yeah.
need to do anything.
That's why I...
Okay, here. Where are you going? Okay, put this on here. That's where we're gonna go.
No,
Oh,
you
this is
don't
where
need-
my gloves actually now come in handy. Okay, that's good enough. Let's assume this window is closed and the car is locked. Okay? Now you would go here, smash in that window because you can't open it here. And now you would want to reach in and open it. and that doesn't work. When you use the remote, it latches actually the inside opening handle. So when you lock your car, even smashing in a window will not release the handles on a Discovery. I think this is really awesome. If I hit it now twice, now I can reach in and actually flip that little switch and the car will open.
Makes sense that the alarm goes on.
When I hit it only once, the interior handles and the little release latch is disabled. I can't open it. So you can actually almost lock someone here on the inside in. Double locking it has a different function than single locking it. So I unlock, it works, lock it, works.
Good.
Oh, now I
Crashed my car.
Now I broke it. Shit. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
So we confused the ECU. So all 4 doors work now. That's it for this video. Another simple DIY fix on our car, not needing a single spare part. Don't say this is bad quality. I know for sure from watching other videos that the central door locking mechanism also breaks on a Toyota. For a 2006, having the second time a problem with the door lock is really not so bad. I'm happy with it, and we gotta clean up and go inside. It's so cold.
Yeah. And we want to thank our patrons for their continuous support. It's really cold and I gotta go inside, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next Sunday.
So what location do you have today?
Cedar Rapids, Heber City, Utah, United States. I have Stockholm, Australia. I have Herborn, Germany.
Oh,
I have Santiago in Chile. And
wow.
Wisconsin, Land O'Lakes.
Wow. We gotta be in Utah this summer.
Yes! Oh my God!